Is Reform Judaism apostate? And this topic has been covered by me and others, and continuing in terms of covering Reform Judaism, the answer continues to be yes, Reform Judaism is apostate. And one of the examples is that Reform Judaism, in terms of being apostate, engages in an apostate behavior known as eugenics. And we know that eugenics was performed by the Nazis, so Reform Jews who follow the resolutions of the Union of Reform Judaism are basically engaging in Nazistic behavior. For example, we begin with this little, if you will, this little parsha or midrash from the Union of Reform Judaism website. Quote, "What is the Reform perspective on abortion? Reform Judaism understands the position of the Talmud, wherein is described the notion that an abortion should be performed only for the sake of the life of the mother, and even as late as the moment the head of the baby emerges from the birth canal. However, Reform goes beyond this narrowly defined period and gives sanctions to its members, and all others for that matter, to elect to terminate a pregnancy when confronting other circumstances. As a result of rape or incest, when through genetic testing it is determined that the child to be born will have a disease that will cause death or severe disability, and the parents believe that the impending birth will be an impossible situation for them in other circumstances." And the answer goes on, but the point is, when through genetic testing it is determined that the child to be born will have a disease, and then to elect to terminate pregnancy, if you put those two phrases together and read the whole context of this, you'll realize that Reform Judaism is saying, yes, it might be a hard decision, but it's okay to abort your child if he or she will have a disease that will cause death or severe disability, and the parents believe that the impending birth will be an impossible situation for them in other circumstances. And you just have to deal with, I mean, this saying that, oh, if the kid is born with a severe disability or a disease that will cause death, that's eugenics, saying, oh, it's okay to abort my child because he or she is going to have this disease that I don't necessarily want to deal with. I can't give the kid up for adoption or do whatever else, so I'm going to decide, hey, I don't want a kid with a disease or a disability, I'm just going to abort the kid. And in another URJ document, one of the things actually reads, knowing more about these serious genetic conditions, as well as the availability of screening for these disorders, will empower young adults in the Jewish community to become proactive in their family planning and may avert the anxiety surrounding prenatal carrier screening or the need to make a potentially heart-wrenching decision during pregnancy. And may avert the anxiety surrounding prenatal carrier screening or the need to make a potentially heart-wrenching decision during pregnancy. The heart-wrenching decision would be abortion. As we've seen, there's just no way that adoption was even suggested here. And first, any kind of abortion is violating Tikkun HaOlam, which is reparation of the world, or of social justice. And I just don't understand how Reform Jews can honestly continue to be in Reform Judaism thinking it is okay to engage in the kind of eugenics via abortion that the Nazis were engaged in in other ways. And sometimes that included abortion or, unfortunately, braining and doing all kinds of other inappropriate things to Jewish children.